Well, I think we are increasingly concerned. I mean, for the issues on the ground, obviously, but also because even if it's difficult to quantify the impact that the protest might have, the two things to recognize are, first, the protests themselves may have a knock-on impact on the recovery from the virus and the risks of a second wave. And that in turn could mean that it's only going to retard any recovery and perhaps render it even more uneven. And that's not good for Asia, that's dependent on final demand from the West, and in particular looking at the U.S. as a barometer of global demand recovery.
Okay, so that would be the worst case scenario. Let's just say that it does severely negatively impact growth in the U.S. and then that has a knock-on effect to Asia. I mean, which economies would be most vulnerable in that scenario then?
And that's a really good question, Nancy, and it keeps evolving for us, primarily because what we've seen as being exposed to final demand risks and travel exposures, tourism exposures has now evolved into a resurfacing of U.S.-China risks. So it's not only the protests in themselves, but what's going to happen with the administration's response. Are they going to tighten on U.S.-China relationship, or are they going to tighten up on China? And then the impact begins shifting somewhat. So our early assessment is, as the recovery comes through, perhaps the electronics demand could prop up countries like Korea better, whereas countries still exposed to the virus on the ground, like Indonesia and India, could take longer to recover. But this could very quickly shift depending on the U.S.-China dynamics that evolve out of this.